Hi friends, we welcome you to another episode of Mike's Choice 1 channel videos. We hope you have already subscribed to our channel. This time we are going to take you to unseen parts of Galle in Sri Lanka. Galle is a city near to sea on the southern coast of Sri Lanka. It is around 130 kilometers from Colombo. But as you see in this video, I am going to show a side that you may have not seen before. We had a fantastic buffet of Sri Lankan food for breakfast. After our breakfast, we went to visit my mother. You would see a typical Sri Lankan house in Galle, which has been converted to an elders facility now. But I am not planning to invade their privacy, and therefore you would not see any person in that facility. After visiting this facility, I am going to take you around Galle Fort and then to inside the Galle Fort. Here you see the front of the Galle Fort. It was initially built by Portuguese in 1729, so 300 years ago. The fortification is around 3 kilometers and over 1 meter thick. Walking along the ramparts is also a nice way to spend your evening. We have done this number of times. Inside the fort is a mixture of architecture, with Dutch colonial buildings, ancient mosques and churches, and grand mansions. Here, you will find cafes, restaurants, boutiques, museums, and hotels. It is also a thriving commercial center. With a relatively flat area of only 0.52 square kilometers within the fortifications, Galle Fort is easy to walk around and see everything. It is also a good base for day trips to the southern beaches, gardens, tea factories, rainforests, and nature walks. Now let me take you to ramparts inside the fort. Okay, we are now walking on the ramparts and we can see the inside shops, and also the road on the right side you would see a white-colored mosque. Then you would see some shops. On the ramparts we see nicely paved area to walk. I think this is a new addition due to heavy traffic of tourists. I do not remember such a paved path during good old days when we lived in Galle. There you see the mosque again. Do you see the little pond inside the mosque premises? Let us walk a little bit more. Okay, let us get to a bit more higher and closer to sea now. I think when you come here you would like to watch the sea and waves even for a whole day. Would you agree? You can see the Unawatuna area, or what is called Rumasala Hills, onto your left when you face the sea. Okay, now we are heading towards the Galle Lighthouse, which has guided mariners for a long time. It is not very tall. It is known as Point de Galle, maintained by Sri Lanka Ports Authority. When you look left you would see many shops and restaurants too. Okay, next you would see a cannon used in the past. As you know, this has been a fort and they needed cannons to protect the fort. If you visit the museum you would see the cannons and also the ammunition used in these cannons. So you would also notice that they had made space in the fort for them to fire using those cannons. Let us walk a bit more. When we were walking further down, we met this iguana digging the ground. What is he trying to do? Trying to find some food, or is it trying to lay eggs? Whatever it is, let it do its own business. We watched him for a few minutes and let him go with his business and walked further. While walking we found another cannon. I think this one is even a larger cannon. It had different mounting. It looks like done recently. Actually, there is a lot of restoration work going on and some of these are funded by Netherlands. Okay, here we see the Point de Galle lighthouse again. Why I'm showing this is to tell you that I was involved in installing the initial radar at this place around 22 years ago. I think they may have replaced that radar by now, but they do have a radar still at the same location. Now we see the Flag Rock Bastion, was once a Portuguese bastion. Today it is easily the most popular place to catch a sunset. During daylight hours you may see daredevil locals leaping into the water from the rocks. Numerous vendors sell good street food such as fresh papaya with chili powder from carts. During the Dutch period, approaching ships were signalled from the bastion atop Flag Rock, warning them of dangerous rocks, hence its name. Musket shots were fired from Pigeon Island, close to the rock, to further alert ships to the danger. Later, the Dutch built a lighthouse here. Since removed, the nearby street name survives. I have seen a beautiful music video done in this location where a nice-looking lady sings nice songs related to Galle. The day we visited, there was a team from Tourist Guide Association of Sri Lanka. See the beauty of turquoise sea and rocks. How beautiful! You can see a ship far away. Yes, Galle is a major port in Sri Lanka and also the port for yachts. If you are a boater, you would end up coming to Galle if you are crossing Sri Lanka. I have visited and even helped many yachties while my period in Sri Lanka. The main yacht agent is Windsor. They are well known for generations. If you want to contact them, let me know. They were my customer first and now they are family. Okay, I'm focusing the Dagobah built by Japanese in Rumasala Hills. That is another place worth visiting Galle. Now I'm taking you to one shop which sells jewelry and antiques. I must reiterate that I am not marketing any shop or brand but just trying to show what is available at various locations. I must confess that I come from a family of master craftsmen. They have been known to do jewelry, then even other various types of arts and crafts. Even myself and my kids are good artists. Okay, here we found a lady doing some pillow laces. Crafting pillow laces has been done by ladies in southern area, especially Galle and Matara areas. I do even remember my paternal grandmother had a pillow lace unit at her home in a hangama. Here in this store you would see some jewelry done with moonstones and then also precious and semi-precious stones. Then they do have lot of wood carvings. Before taking videos I took permission as some of the craftsmen would not like their designs to be copied. Here we found an art done replicating some old temple painting. You also see many masks done in Sri Lanka. Famous place masks in southern area is Ambalangada. For generations Galle has been known for carving elephants and then beautifying them with gemstones. Another industry that was carried out has been various products using turtle shells. I do remember that long years ago when we were living in Galle that there were many craftsmen doing turtle shell combs, turtle shell jewelry boxes and also even ivory products. If you see here we see a product done with a horn of either a deer or samba. Yes, that is allowed. But now we do not see any ivory or turtle shell products as both those industries cannot be done due to restrictions related to killing turtles for shells and ivory from elephants. So if anyone approach you with products claiming they are done with such material, do not buy those. Now we are walking to a place which is connected to our stay in Galle around 1971. During that time Galle Fort was different.
Do not block the entrance.
Why?
Yes.
It was full of government offices. During that time this building was my father's office. He is not there today to see this transformation. Yes, it was under Department of Post those days and this was the office of the Divisional Superintendent of Post Offices looking after the entire southern province. His area encompasses the 3 districts of Galle, Matara and Hambantota. To the north, it borders the Sabragamua and Uva provinces, and to the northeast, it borders the eastern province. The western province lies to the northwest, and the Indian Ocean borders the province to the south and west. Yes, the big room here was his office. He was seated behind a great desk towards the far right corner and then there was a conference table at the center of the room. I can still visualize that in my mind. In one corner he had a table where there was a Morse code machine which inspired me to become a telecommunications guy. Now it is a beautiful hotel. I do remember those days we were not allowed to go to the rear part of the office as it was in a very bad condition. But amazing that part has been restored and now are the accommodation area. It even has a beautiful pool. They had 2 nice stairways going up on either side leading to rooms. I wish one day to come and stay in one of the rooms. That area has been the stables long time ago. But by 1970s no one was using horses. So this entire area was not maintained and was in a very bad status. But hats off, this is now excellent location. It was so touchy to visit this hotel and to see how that has been renovated. It looked a nice place to stay. So if anyone is looking at a place to stay, I would recommend staying at this place. Especially that now you know a bit of history of this place. That is again the very office my father occupied. But I do not remember this door opened at any time those days. Yes, they do have a restaurant too. I did took so photos of their menu and sharing the same if anyone is interested in going there for a meal. But that day we had planned to have a meal with my mother at a different location. Here you can see that place. Yes, let us keep walking on. Galle Fort is a place for a walking. You would see nice places and also could enjoy a beer or even a gelato in Galle Fort. So here we went for a gelato place and had few varieties. So do not forget to have a gelato while in Fort. When you walk in Fort, you would come across many interesting places. One a different day, we went to this upmarket nice restaurant. They would greet you with traditional ayubowan as done in many hotels and also in restaurants. It has been a meeting place for Galle City Council many years ago. The name is 1710 and I think that is the building number of this location. As it was a warm and humid day, we did not want to stay outside and selected to be seated inside the air-conditioned area. They also have a jewelry shop in one corner of this premises. Inside was beautiful decorated, and I am told the wife of the owner is from Middle Eastern part of the world and it was decorated accordingly. Presentation of food was excellent too. My beer was presented in a fantastic manner and I have seen similar setup in Vietnam or that part of the world. Even the food was great. After the meal we walked around the location and we also learned that they had rooms in this place too. We also visited their jewelry shop area, but did not purchase any as we were living with a master goldsmith. After meals we were walking again and found this old Morris Minor car on the road. It reminded of my father's car we had for long years. It was a Morris Minor that my father had purchased in early 1960s. Next we walked around further and came across these shops and also restaurants. I do remember we having a meal in one of these restaurants around 2018 when we visited Galle. If you walk around the fort you would also see places where they have had bigger cannons. These may be once introduced by Britishers, as I see a similarity to those guns we have in Trincomalee Base. We took a drive around the fort on another day. And this is the area where they have had barracks. Now they are hotels and also they still have police stations and also High Court of Galle based in this area. When it gets dark, you would see those old street lamps from yesteryear coming to live. Some of them have been replaced with antique look as it was during good old Dutch days. If you want to taste a gadamba roti, there is a small roti hut near to mosque and they taste excellent. I also had a plane team from the roti hut. We were walking and came across the Maritime Museum. This is a must-visit places inside Galle Fort. I did that on a different day. Then you would see some old churches. And one of them is very old, and they do have old tombs with human remains.
Okay, let's go. No, this is again a very old church, Nami. Yeah, and you have a lot of what do you call?
Now we have reached the main entrance area of the Galle Fort, and it is quite late in the evening. There is one old girls' school inside the fort, and it is called Southlands College. On this day, we left Galle Fort after this, and next day, I was able to visit the Maritime Museum with my guide and relative Master Goldsmith. I must pay a very special tribute to my neighbour late Lieutenant Commander Somasiri Devindra in his guidance and support provided when this museum was re-established after tsunami in 2004. This is one of those places that anyone visiting Galle Fort must visit. I'm not going to do a full video on this place as I need people to come and witness it by themselves. While visiting Galle, we did not forget to taste a fruit called Kerala. It is also called mangrove apple or crabapple mangrove. It is having a bit sour taste, but people say it is a very cooling drink. As it was not the season, we had to go around to find it. In the same place we also found verulu, or as most of you know, kind of an olive. Okay, now I'm taking you to another must-visit location if you are in Galle. This is none other than Unawatuna Beach. It is one of those beaches that one must visit if you come to Sri Lanka. You can do many activities if you go to this location. At this location we also had a meal in one of the restaurants. There are many places to have a meal or even stay and many places to buy various souvenirs. On the day we visited they were preparing for a big beach party with music and dancing too. But the road leading to beach is very narrow. So if you are driving in a bigger vehicle you need to be very careful. I think you can see that on this video. I am also taking you around the Galle City area. Galle Railway Station and the Municipality Hall are two iconic buildings that you can never miss. and this area we witnessed so many people getting washed off during tsunami in the year 2004. As you pass those two buildings, you would arrive around a place called Kithach. This area is known for gold shops, but the jewelry are for local people and not up to the taste of any overseas person. An easy way to travel around Galle would be a three-wheeler, because three-wheelers have many access of freedom. But make certain that they commit to a fare or they got a meter. I found some honest three-wheeler people and paid them more. I even retained their contact numbers. So go down to places where you can find normal life, like roadside vendors who sell fresh vegetables from the area like breadfruit or jackfruit or even Kerala and good banana. They would give you a good price and you can enjoy those fruits as they are mostly naturally ripened. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it.